So your sobriety date is December 26th, 2017, the day after you were in the ER, blood pressure at 251 over 140, I think. What I mean is physically things were going sideways very quickly. But for me, what I was, again, grateful to have uncovered through the work I did when I was at that lowest point, starting from that point, is that my drinking habits were a symptom of things that were amiss inside. And it was mostly my relationship to myself, which had grown poor somehow, and my relationships all around me, which is, again, a very general comment, but it was really true. And so I think that the blessing and sort of the takeaway for me in that recovery journey was really, it was a symptom of a much greater cause, a bad symptom, a symptom that found me in that precarious position. I remember a few times in that year leading up in early 2017, I remember a few times thinking to myself, I got to stop. Like I knew physically that I was becoming a shell of who I should be. And I remember going like, I got to stop, but then absolutely being unable to stop. And I think then the wake up call, which we just talked about, the wake up call was really more for like, how do I reclaim my strength of mind? It was just like, how can I reclaim the power up here? That was the thing that I wanted to do. So the morning that it was bad, and when I was really probably on the verge of not making it, the whole problem was that, again, I couldn't control my mind, and therefore I couldn't control my body. And so it was basically full body convulsions that I couldn't stop. And
Right.
so, but then, after that, after things really became dire, and the memories I have are the blood pressure machine next to my bed, 251 over 140 flashing, and then the priest. And the priest was symbolic for me in a lot of ways, but he
Sure.
was there to read my last rites. And I remember going, that is like the first time I can
You needed it.
remember, through all of my various relationships out there with family and beyond. This is the first time I remember somebody just like giving me a smile. And so once I woke up, I was very lucky to get into an inpatient rehab center. And it really, I don't know if I would say like it saved my life, but it's right up there at the top. I love the place. And I think like you said, after I had gotten there and been there for a couple weeks, I ended up staying for 94 days. Journaling is so important in a notebook, or if you need to do it on screen in notes, in a notes app or whatever, like just write something down.